Are there sentencing guidelines for burglary convictions? Imagine being caught in a crime that could change your life forever. Burglary is one of those serious property crimes that can lead to significant legal consequences. But do courts follow a set of rules when deciding how long someone should stay in prison? The answer is yes, but it depends on where you are. Sentencing guidelines for burglary do exist and help judges decide on appropriate punishments. These rules are different from state to state but generally treat burglary as a felony. The severity of the charge depends on how serious the burglary was. For example, breaking into a home with the intent to commit theft or another crime is usually considered a first-degree burglary. This is the most serious level and often results in longer prison sentences. In most places, burglary is classified into degrees. First-degree burglary often involves breaking into an occupied residence or a place where people are present. Second degree might involve commercial buildings or unoccupied homes. Degree is usually less serious and might involve minor property damage or theft without forced entry. The sentencing guidelines set minimum and maximum prison terms for each of these degrees. For example, in some states, first-degree burglary can carry a minimum of 7 years and a maximum of 21 years in prison. If the burglary involved violence or a weapon, the penalties could be even harsher. Repeat offenders or those with prior convictions might face longer sentences or additional fines. Judges look at many factors when deciding on a sentence. They consider if a weapon was used, how much property was stolen, whether anyone was hurt, and if the defendant has a criminal record. Some jurisdictions also have mandatory minimum sentences, meaning the judge must impose at least a certain period of time. Others might requiring offenders to serve most of their sentence before they can be considered for parole. Defense attorneys need to understand these guidelines well. They can use this knowledge to help their clients by challenging evidence that might increase the charge's severity. They might also argue for lighter sentences if the defendant has no prior record or if there are mitigating circumstances. In summary, sentencing guidelines for burglary exist to keep punishments consistent across cases. But judges still have some discretion based on the specifics of each case. Knowing these rules helps both the defense and prosecution work toward fair outcomes.